LDBC, this is your boy, the Coach Show, live on the Coach Show, live. Woo! hey, folks, look, man, look. When do y'all go listen to Coach Stradamus? When I come on here and I say, hey guys, I'm talking to you as Coach Stradamus. Guys, almost every single solitary prediction, guys, I've gotten these right. I've gotten it right. When I go into deep mental thought and I go into Coach Stradamus mode, listen, there's no parallel. Nobody can predict better than me what's going to happen. I put this in a video, and I swear I have the video on my channel. And I said, do not believe that the Fury and Wilder fight not going to happen. And I said this about myself, and I came on here to my man, I don't know if the fight going to happen. You know what? When I was in Coach Stradamus mode, those many months ago, I said, do not believe that the fight not happening until Deontay Wilder say the fight not happening. I said, I don't care what Eddie Hearn say. I don't care what Barry Hearn say. I don't care what Frank Warren say. I don't care what ESPN say. I don't care what Bob Arum say. If Deontay Wilder says that fight is not happening, if he says the fight is still happening, only person you believe is Deontay Wilder. I told people this. I told y'all this. Some of you listened and some of you didn't. Some of y'all just hard-headed. There are two parts of me. I got one that's Coach Stradamus, and I go into Coach Stradamus mode. And the other one is just regular Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm in Coach Stradamus mode now. Guys, and Bob Arum say that the fight probably going to happen July 24th. Okay, great. That's great. That's awesome. That fight will probably happen July 24th. Yeah, easy work. Easy work. But here go the thing, man. Here go the thing. Tyson Fury, they did everything they could, man, to not fight Deontay Wilder this third time. Now, I'm not finna come on here and say that Fury was afraid. I can't say that, okay? Guys, I can't say that. I can't come on here and say that Tyson Fury was afraid of Deontay Wilder. Folks, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. Okay, he fought the man twice. Fought 2 hard fights with him twice. And, he's not afraid of Wilder, okay? I think in Tyson Fury's mind, though, he feels like, I dominated Wilder the second time. Now, listen, we take out Glovegate. Because we all know, and that's the funny part about the arbitration, y'all. The funny part is, they even based their ruling based off Glovegate. The same thing that, people are saying it didn't happen. They based the arbitration and they based their decision on Glovegate as well. But that's part of this. Like, guys, you can't make this stuff up, man. But anyway. So Fury not afraid of Wilder. Not like that, man. Fury actually did want to fight AJ, though. He did. He actually wanted that fight. And see, Fury made an announcement. I don't even think he was lying about the fight. I don't think he was. I think that they told Fury that the AJ fight is done. And this was before, this arbitration hit. I think Fury really believed that this fight was, it was done. Okay, he didn't look like, yeah, he lies. He lies, he snorts cocaine, and, okay, fine. But when he made the announcement, he looked like, he was actually, telling the truth. So I think that they thought this arbitration, I think they believed that Deontay Wilder was going to lose his arbitration. That's what I think. And so when Wilder didn't lose the arbitration, boy, they had Fury looking like an ass, didn't they? That's my alarm, y'all. I got to be at a certain spot, and I'm late. I'm mad. Man, look. They had Fury looking like a damn fool, man. Look, Wilder done made Fury look like the biggest fool ever. But, hey, it is what it is, man. See, and then you got AJ. Oh, man, yeah. Let's talk about AJ. AJ running around here talking about Tyson Fury not a man of his word. This is what we tried to tell you. We tried to tell you. We tried to tell you that he's a liar. We tried to tell you, don't trust a cokehead. We tried to tell you about this guy, and did you listen? No. We told you the man's a liar. What more do you want? Now you see it, and now all of a sudden AJ want Wilder. Oh, guys, this just gets better and better about it. It gets better and better by the freaking minute. I swear it does, y'all. It gets better and better by the minute. And you know what? Isn't this funny, man? You know, the LDBC, we were attacked by legions of UK fans. Man. Well, what has Wilder done, to deserve a fight with Joshua? Well, what did Carlos Takam do? What did he do to deserve a fight with Joshua? I mean, come on. How you going to explain this? What did Pulev do? Like, what did so many of these fighters do who AJ fought to deserve a fight with AJ? See, and it was kind of stupid when they say, well, Wilder ain't done anything. He ain't done anything. Well, okay, then, according to that logic, AJ hadn't done anything. And then when you tell the UK fans, well, AJ resume ain't that great either, they always go back to a 41-year-old Klitschko that dropped him. They always go back to that fight. Why? Why do y'all go back to that fight? And then they say, well, and then when you tell these UK fans, okay, well, Wilder beat Ortiz. Oh, Ortiz is old. What the hell? What the hell was Klitschko? What was he? I mean, was he in his prime when he fought AJ? How you going to explain? I think Klitschko was like 41 when he fought AJ. How you going to explain this? Like, this is, folks, look, man. AJ getting no sympathy. Good. I'm glad AJ, I'm glad AJ ain't getting nothing in return. And I hope Wilder don't fight him. And I'm going to tell you, man, because the fight is still a big fight. I'll give you that. It's still a huge fight, but it's lost some luster. See, we were trying to get these two to fight before either one of them took a loss. See, man, this is what's wrong with boxing. We don't get why the getting is good. We don't jump on the hot iron while the hot iron is hot. We wait till the iron cool off a little bit. We try to let the fights marinate. That's a boxing term. Now what? And Deontay Wilder said the $50 million was real. Eddie Hearn said the $50 million was legit. Eddie Hearn came out his own mouth and said that $50 million was legit. But Frank Warren got in Eddie Hearn's ear. They got behind the scenes and they said, well, look, we have to let a fight this big. We got to let it marinate. We got to build it. We got to let it build. See, that's a boxing term. And that term is literally going to bankrupt boxing. The word marinate is going to bankrupt the sport of boxing. Everybody all excited. Have y'all noticed everybody excited about Tank Davis moving up to 140 and fighting Barrios? And Tank gonna smash this dude. This is not the fight that we want to see. We don't want to see. We want to see Tank versus Devin Haney, Tank versus Ryan Garcia. We want to see Tank versus Teofimo Lopez. These are the fights in boxing that we want to see. I don't want to see. I want to see the best fight the best. Wilder Fury, hey, that's the best fight in the best. Okay? That's the best fight in the best. At least I'll say with Fury. Yeah, he tried to get out of the Wilder fight, but damn, he was trying to fight AJ. You got to give him some props on that. You got to give him some props. At least he was trying to fight another good fighter. See, I'd be even more hard on Fury if he was trying to get out and fight somebody that, some no-name. Fight another dude that he about to kiss in the mouth. I mean, I get upset by that. But, he's actually, trying to legit, fight another good fighter. So I'm with that. Okay, I get that. But these other people, boxing is in a bad state, y'all. It's in a bad state. Okay, we will never get back to the past, guys. We're in this new, look, we got a goofy, coked out of his mind YouTuber named Jake Paul that's slowly becoming the face of boxing. And people tell me, man, what do you think about Jake Paul signing the Showtime deal? I don't give a damn about no damn Jake Paul. I don't care about no Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a YouTube sensation, and when he fight a real fighter, man, somebody gonna knock him smooth out. And I can't wait till somebody knock this dude unconscious. So then we can get back to, talking about real fighters. This ain't no real fighter, man. He ain't even fought a real fighter yet. MMA guys, they're not boxers. But if he fight Tyron Woodley, though, I think he get knocked out. I think Jake Paul get knocked smooth out if he fight Woodley. That's a fight he probably want to avoid, man. If he fights Tyron Woodley, man, he going to sleep. So I don't know. But, at least, I got one thing to say about Jake Paul, at least he's willing to go in there and try to draw, like entertainment. At least he's willing to go confront people. At least he's willing to go do stuff. At least Jake Paul is willing to go get the sparks to fly. He's willing to go do that. At least he's willing to put himself in harm's way to actually, prove that, hey, I'll take this fight. And I think if Jake Paul continues to win, he's going to start calling out bigger fights. He's going to start doing it. He's going to call them out because, Jake Paul just don't seem to have fear. And he don't give a damn. He don't seem to have no fear. He pull up where he pull up. Pulled up on Dylan Danis, threw toilet paper at him. Pulled up on Floyd Mayweather. Jake Paul don't give two F's. And that's separating. See, that's why Jake Paul is stirring up a buzz. That's why. Demetrius Andrade, he trying to do that. But man, it's got to be like every time you turn around, you see Jake Paul some damn where trying to get something started. Every time you turn around, there's Jake Paul. And yes, he's a YouTuber. I don't take him seriously. I don't think he's a real fighter. But damn, at least he's doing what the real fighter should be doing. At least Jake Paul showing up at events, stirring up trouble. At least this is what he's doing. And you can't hate the hustle. And the man finna get a big bag out of it because he's willing to go do what these fighters like Bud ain't willing to do. They ain't willing to do that. They just not. And he's an example. Like, come on, man. These fighters now, man, they just think, man, they just too big for everybody. They too big for you. They too big for me. They too big for the sport. They just too big. And, they kings running around here. Man, come on, stop. That's why they ain't gonna never be relevant. That's why people talking about Jake Paul more than most other fighters in the current state of boxing. Guys, it is what it is, man. But at least these two, they want to fight the best. And people always say, well, Deontay Wilder don't want to fight the best. Well, he tried. He tried to go over to Russia, when Alexander Povetkin was actually irrelevant. He tried. He went over there to fight him. The man tested dirty, but they blame Wilder for that. He wanted to fight Joseph "The Rock" Parker. Joseph, do you smell what The Rock is cooking, Parker? Tried to fight him. Okay, that fight fell through. Joseph Parker ain't want to fight. Tried to get a fight with AJ. Everybody blaming Wilder. Putting up these roadblocks, saying why Wilder shouldn't fight AJ. Wilder ain't done nothing. He ain't do this. Wilder not really who he said. Man, all this other mess. He tried. He tried to fight these guys. He goes in and fights another dangerous heavyweight in Luis Ortiz. Oh, he too old. But Luis Ortiz been knocking people out in front of him. Oh, well, he ain't fought nothing but a bunch of bums. But then, people saying that he fought a bunch of bums, okay, but none of the top fighters want to fight Luis Ortiz. I still don't get that one. Still don't get it. Then, he need to go back and fight Bermane Stiverne. That's his mandatory. Go fight him. So he goes back, knocks Bermane Stiverne smooth out. Oh, man, Bermane Stiverne was always a bum. Wilder, you can't win for these guys. You can't win for losing. You can't win for losing. You just cannot do it. And Wilder's going to always be at the short end of the stick. That's just what it is. So I'm glad he's out, and I'm glad Wilder's doing what he got to do. See, Wilder already knew that this fight was going to happen. So what did he do? Deontay Wilder started working out. He started training hard. He started doing what he got to do to get prepared. He was already preparing, man. That's why the man he really ain't been on social media doing a whole lot of stuff. Deontay Wilder he been chilling. Well, he ain't been chilling, but he been working his ass off because he knew that this fight was coming up. It is what it is, man. But Bob Arum said the date probably will be July 24th, so that's not that long away. Hey, guys, I guess we're getting on trilogy.